Welcome back to
Yo.
another edition of Greasy Heaven. We chillin'.
We be chilling indeed, Dan.
Fuck it, we ball. Shit, so what's up with you, man? We don't talk in between these, so I'm always just like, what's going on, man? Like, what you been doing?
Nothing in particular, I think. Just this week, not really doing anything. Didn't have a lot of like school, only on um okay, I was supposed to have school on Wednesday, but it was like 3 lessons at first. Math and like 2 PEs, I think. Or was it Polish? I don't remember. No, so it's like, okay, I'm not going, good to go. But then on my next day, I wake up and I found out they added 2 more lessons, including math, and I'm like, nah, fuck this, I'm not going.
Oh, yeah, fuck that, dude.
Then I had Thursday, boring, nothing to do. I skipped English and I went to the mall, to grab some Monster, cause yeah, obviously I got to.
Dude, skip school to go to the mall. That's punk,
Uh,
dude.
Yeah, I skipped school after like all the like normal lessons, because after college I had English and I was like, why do I need to go on English to the like English class?
Yeah.
And I go there, grab my Monster, and as I'm walking out to the exit, I see my head teacher and my Polish teacher, and they were like, "Hey, aren't you supposed to be in class?" I was like, "Yeah, yeah, I should be."
Dude, one time, my old science teacher, she was out on maternity leave. She was pregnant. Um, and we had a substitute in. Um, and so like at that time I was always skipping school.
Oh,
So obviously I fucking skipped science that day because we had this fucking dickhead stand in and I was like, nah, fuck that.
why dickhead?
Dude, so I'm in the store just buying some shit. And who do I run into other than my actual teacher who is currently out on maternity leave? And she knew too. She's like, aren't you supposed to be in science right now? And I was like, fuck, it's the feds, buddy.
It's the fucking feds.
Yeah. Dude, another time, the first time I ever skipped school, actually, my buddy just texted me in the middle of the day and he was like, yo, want to kick it at the mall? And I was like, oh, I can't skip class. I had literally never skipped class in my life up to that
Yeah,
point.
that's
This was
fair.
grade 9. And yeah, I think he literally just said some shit like, don't be a little pussy. And I remember like being so bricked, like skipping class for the first time. Like I was like looking all around me and shit. And then I like fucking sprinted out the front door and like screamed as I ran away, like, you can't fucking contain me.
Somewhat a relatable thing, cause I think when it was like third or fourth grade, something like that in primary school, uh, I was already like going to skip grades, and I mean skip grades, skip classes. Shut up, don't laugh. Um, my parents were like, "Oh, don't skip class, cause the police gonna come and get you and put you back to class."
The
And I
feds.
actually like believed them. Like I actually believed them. Like I was actually like scared, like I'm fucking criminals
Oh my god.
skipping class.
It's crazy. That's like how a lot of people, I guess, and me as well, when we were kids, like turning on the light inside of like the cab of the car while you're driving.
Yeah.
They always said you can't do that. That's illegal. It's like nowhere near illegal, but like obviously like it's just really inconvenient to have that on if you're driving at night. So you're like, hey, you damn kid, don't do that. We'll all go to fucking prison. But yo, that first time I ever skipped class back in middle school, I went to the mall, I hung out with my buddy. We had a great old time being mall rats or whatever, and then I was walking. I think I was walking back to like the scene of the crime. I don't know if I needed to grab something or meet up with somebody, but I
Hmm.
was walking by my school, and this was right around the time school was getting out. And who do I pass other than the teacher whose class I
The
ran
sub.
out of to go to the mall?
The sub.
No, no, no. This was a different time in middle school. This
Oh.
well, dude, what was this guy's name? I can't remember what this. Mr. Harkey, I think he was my robotics teacher, bro. I fucking loved robotics class, but first time I ever skipped was during robotics, man. Cause my boy, he was like, "Don't be a pussy."
Damn, wish I had someone to like tell me to do something with them. I need to skip by myself to go home. A lot of time I just skip just to not have PE because I'm fucking
Oh,
like
dude.
is always like garbage,
I used to,
especially when it's like it's the first two lessons.
yeah,
Then it's like especially garbage because you're gonna be sweating like all day, feeling
uh,
awful.
dude, fucking. I used to just like hide out in the locker room. Here was my strat. I would walk in, and like just kind of like hang out in the back, all non-discreet, and then like
Mhm.
the gym teacher would say his thing, and everyone would start fucking being athletic, and then teacher would come up to me and be like, "Bro, you're not in your gym strip again." And I was like, "Oops, I forgot." And he's like, "Bro, go change." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." So then I fuck off to the locker room and just hang out in there for the entirety of the class, and then he's like so busy with the rest of the class he doesn't even notice. The other thing is like, when I did my schooling, like in my city, really big city, like with like my high school that I started at was like a couple thousand kids, like for 3 grades. And kind of a hood rat ass school too, so I think a lot of the teachers just like didn't give a shit. Then I went to the small town school, and oh my god, the teachers in that school give too much of a shit. They try to like reach out to you and like change your life, and I'm like, bro, no thanks.
Bro.
I'm
Wow.
not the one. I'm not the one, dude. Unless it would have been attractive older teacher trying to hop on my deck, then I would have been like, hell yeah, dude.
Mommy?
Literally. That's like,
But
it's crazy
mhm.
though about like just, I mean, really think about the concept. I mean, we see a lot of cases of older dude like getting with a teenage chick, which is just gross. I saw that a lot in my childhood and kind of didn't realize it wasn't normal for a while, and then when the curtain finally came up, I was like, "What the fuck, dude?" But you see that a lot, and that shit's just like nasty. But like, I just think like when I was a teenage boy, or furthermore, if I had a son that was like 15, 16, and he was like, "Dad, I fucked my teacher," I would high five that little motherfucker. I'd be like, "You're a fucking player, man." Or like, "Yo, Dad, I hooked up with some fucking cougar." I'd be like, "My man." This is a totally different aspect based off.
But yeah, like still, it's like joking aside, yeah, that is still like, kind of fairly illegal.
It's definitely illegal, and I mean like ethically speaking, I don't know.
Ethically,
That's a
yeah,
gray
it's fucked
area for
up.
me. That's a gray area
I,
for
I,
me.
I don't think it's a gray area because if the like genders were reversed, then it's like obviously the man is at fault. But then if it's a boy, people are like, "Oh, you're so lucky for it." Like, no, that is still like rape or like not consented.
Yeah, no. I hear you. The reason I'm like iffy on it is definitely like it's obvious. The wrong party in that situation is obviously the older individual who is
Yeah.
engaging in activities with the minor. It's like, bro, that's illegal. The Fed's gonna come clock you now, and rightfully so. But I mean, like,
What
it's
if the
it's
student is of age, like 18, like an adult, but still studying? Like in for context, I am like still in high school, but I'm like 19.
so in that case, the Feds aren't gonna clock you, but if word gets out, the teacher is like definitely gonna get fired because that would definitely be against like any school policy. Even once you get up into like
It
post
doesn't
secondary,
say
I
I
think.
cannot fuck my teacher. What do you mean?
I
Where does it say?
don't know. Maybe it doesn't say anywhere. I don't know. We smashing teachers, boys. I don't know, but the thing is it's just like that guy attitude, that the boys energy, like Again, if I had a fucking teenage son and he was like, "Dad, I smashed my teacher," and as long as he wasn't like upset about it, if he was like stoked on it, like, "Dad, I smashed my teacher," I would be like stoked with him. Maybe that would make me an awful parent, but fuck it.
That's kind of debatable. Yeah,
That's why I say gray area, because I'm like, I don't know. It would be
it's like
situation to situation, I
stupid.
guess.
Because if it's like a girl with you know the older guy, then it's like obviously bad.
Yeah, that's like a
But if it's a younger
100%.
boy with an older girl, then it's like people don't give a shit as much.
I know, right? And I would
Like
definitely
question mark?
legally
Hello?
wrong. Definitely legally wrong. And even though I would high five my young son, definitely still ethically wrong. You can't deny that.
Yeah,
Crazy.
I don't know what I would think in that situation. Like okay, like we get it, like boy is horny and we wanna smash and like cool, but go smash someone your age. Damn.
Oh yeah, exactly, right?
Like
Crazy.
fuck, honestly, I'd rather have okay, like if like 14 or something, and they're smashing another like 14. I mean, it may be like illegal, but at least they're like the same age.
All right. No, for sure. So, are you familiar with the Call Me Carson situation?
The what?
Okay, so there was this Minecraft YouTuber named Call Me
Oh
Carson.
boy.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, we're getting good. So
Already off to a good start.
his career got fucking railed because it came out that he had sexted with a minor, a 17-year-old girl,
No.
and he at the time was 19.
Okay, I
What do
see where this is going.
you what do you think? Because that's only a 2-year age gap, so I don't like
Where are
necessarily
they from? Where are they from?
states.
The States. Well, each state has like a different age of consenting, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But 19 and 17. I don't think that's a big issue. Like, what's the deal?
Okay, so I had the exact same take. I was watching. It was the Minecraft controversies iceberg. That's what I was watching, and
Mm.
so the situation was explained like that. Oh yeah, he was 19 and sexted with a 17-year-old. I'm like, I don't think that's a huge like. Is it? But the points that were brought up next was people criticized Carson for using his. I mean, he got fairly big as like a Minecraft content creator, so like using his clout to like
Promote illegal things or something.
finesse these underage girls. And you know what? Honestly, yes, it's only a 2-year age gap, but like, here's what I'm saying. Fellas, all fellas everywhere, listen up. Once you are an adult, once you turn 18 and you are grown, unless you like already with the bitch, like, don't. Once you are an adult, I think you are restricted to fucking with only adults. Maybe some exceptions. Like if you guys have been like dating for
What they
2 years. No, I mean like no. I mean
what
like
did Dan
dating for
mean by
2 years.
this? Very minor exceptions.
I mean
What
like
did
if
Dan
there's
mean
like
by
dude,
this?
if there's like a 3 month age difference, like if you just turned 18 and she's like 3 months away from turning 18, go for it. Fuck. But like you get much further than that. You know, if she's like a year below you, like literally a full year, like you're 18, she's 17, like even that's like, you really gonna date a
I,
year below you, bro? What the fuck?
to be honest, I've been attracted to people that are like, uh, my it's like 7 or 8 years older. So, fuck if
Yeah,
I know.
dude. There's this chick that I was kind of digging on, well,
Mm.
still kind of digging on. And then I overheard her having a conversation with somebody,
Mm.
and in this conversation, she said something like, "Oh, I turned 32 a couple months ago." And
Oh.
once I heard that she was 32, I was like, dude. And then the other day, I'm walking along, and she walks by me, and she had a box cutter in her hand, drawn, blade out, and I was just like, "Mommy."
What the fuck?
No, seriously. Like, down bad Dan is not an act. I really be out here.
Bro, you really need a parental figure in your life, I think.
Yeah, probably. Oh, dude, I got the sniffle. Something fucking crazy.
I kind of be wondering, considering I am single at the moment, I've been wondering where the hell am I going to find some bitches? Where is the question? Like, part of me is like thinking, oh, maybe I should just go like online dating, like Tinder and shit. And I'm like, well, yeah, but it's probably like a swarm of like normies for some reason. Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm afraid, like I wouldn't even fit in there.
You know what, dude? No. Hop on fucking Tinder. Dude, so you're gonna have to go through a lot of normies. Like my Tinder for my area, it's like it's like high society bitches that like, want to go to the fucking fancy restaurant for the date. Raging alcoholics, which is like a no for me. Um,
Yeah.
horse girls slash redneck girls, and like and just like kind of like you said, normies, right? Dude, I can't fucking tell you how many women I have swiped left on, especially since I don't got that premium shit. You have a limited amount of likes. I just be rapid fire on the nopes, like brah brah brah, until I see a goth biddy, and I'm like, hey yo,
Mommy?
literally.
Mommy?
Yeah, I've actually swiped right on a couple mommies, and I'm like, I'm praying to God that they see my goofy little ass, and they're like,
Was any of them an actual mommy? Like, a child?
no, I swipe left on those.
Okay. Okay.
Not there
Okay,
actually was a couple chicks.
you're not that insane.
Dude, there was a couple chicks that, I mean, like usually they'll include it in their bio, like a picture with their kid, or like, the disclaimer, I do be having children. Um Now there's a couple chicks that I was like, you bad, I'll be a stepdad. Like, what the fuck it, man. I don't.
Imagine having a stepfather that's just a former alcoholic and a current weed addict.
Dude, imagine, yeah, like just imagine if I was somebody's stepdad.
I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
You know what? I would just try like too
Maybe,
hard to be cool.
maybe like a cool uncle type of person. Definitely, I think.
Yeah, now I'm the cool uncle. I used to be the drunk uncle that ruins Christmas with a fucking 40 of vodka.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, fuck.
But yeah, given I'm like somewhat insecure about myself, but once I definitely like drop weight like significantly. Yeah, I've been dropping weight, and I think how much did I lost now? I do keep like taking pictures of my weight, like of my body and on my weight, and I've lost around 4.2 kilos
Nice, dude.
for about a month now.
That's what's up, dude.
So yeah, so I've been thinking maybe I'll try to get into like fucking online dating or something once I like slim down a little bit and won't have a triple fucking chin coming out of my chin.
Dude,
Actually,
I do think that's the play, because I mean, like, some might be like, I'll just do it the classic way, like go out to like a bar or a club or something, and just like,
I'm not sure how you're supposed to do that. I don't know. Like, maybe it's like a American thing, like talking to strangers. But
yeah,
like for me, like talking to someone, like that sounds creepy or
same,
weird for
same.
me.
Well, exactly. I have the same vibe. So that's why I think online dating is the way to go, because how,
Especially if it's like, sorry to cut you in. But like, especially if it's like saying hi, how are you? Like, I don't know if people do that. I don't know. I'm not American. If it's something like, oh, you look pretty, or like, oh, this tattoo is interesting, then there's like some topic. There's you attracted the other person.
Right.
There's that makes sense in that case. But like going to a bar and just like trying to hang out, I don't know.
Yeah, gotta have the riz. But the like, I totally have the same vibe, and like why I think the dating app is it is because like you're both there for the same reason, and if you didn't know how it
To find
works,
bitches.
is like you swipe right on somebody to like them, and they also have to swipe right on you, and that's the
Yeah,
only way you'll ever match and like be able to have a text convo. And like
yeah.
I love this system because it totally prevents like like someone just like being able to inbox you, like see your profile and like, oh, she's hot, and just like send her a message, because then these poor chicks would just be getting flooded all day every day by
Isn't it
me.
like
It would be
more
me.
easier? Isn't it like more easier for girls though?
Oh, dude, absolutely.
Because like the proportions of women to men on dating apps is like, I don't know, what's the proportion?
I have no
Let me
idea, I
see.
couldn't tell you.
Proportion of men to women to men on Tinder. Tinder has a gender imbalance with 75% of users identifying as male.
Oof.
Lit Literally one-fourth of Tinder is woman.
Tough competition, man. uh
Like women get three times as much matches, I suppose, or like more males to choose from.
Oh, for sure. Like, I'm sure the female experience on Tinder is like, oh, you matched with so and so. So and so sent you a message, and you're like, yeah, okay, cool, big whoop. But for a fella's experience on Tinder, you hear that notification sound, and you're like, bitches.
A blessing from the Lord.
Literally, dude. I,
Yeah.
I get
Speaking
like
of like,
bricked too. I'm like I have to try to hype myself up. I'm like, bro, you're literally the Rizzler. Riz this fucking bitch right now. And then I say some corny shit, and she never messages me back again, and I'm like, fuck.
yeah, like I don't know. I've heard like, um, so from the male perspective, it seems like girls have it easier, and apparently some people that have, I'm not, I don't fully remember, but I think I've heard that those that have tried like making a female profile like have it actually easier to match with others,
Yeah.
and it's all from like word of mouth, I think. So
Mm.
don't take it you know um as fact. Just take it with a grain of salt. And there's like a trans male that said like the gender inequality is actually real. Like males do have it harder with talking to females and whatnot. Jesus Christ, I sound like a 4 channel talking to
Yeah,
females.
dude. Like, only 1 in 4 fellas on Tinder are finna pull a bitch.
Yeah.
You like those odds? You feeling lucky, punk?
Remember, the fact that you're alive is an incredibly minuscule chance. So, yeah, I guess I'll take those odds.
Yeah, dude. I guess. Yeah, I guess I spent all my luck on being alive. So rip.
Have you ever sent nudes or
On
been into that?
once.
Or once. You want to tell us about it?
I was with this girl, um, through like high school and all that. And
Hmm.
yeah, we exchanged the nudies one time. And I just like it felt weird, bro. Like I was like taking pictures of my dick and shit, and I was like, yo, like
Yeah,
this is
that
like
is
this is fucking
awkward.
weird. Like, but then I got those titty pics, and I was like, hey yo, worth it. All I had to do was awkwardly take a picture of my cock and balls, and of course, like at the time, I was like still living with with like family and like no like lock on my room nor respect for my privacy. So I'm just like sitting there taking pictures of my deck. Like I really hope nobody walk in here right now, because that shit was liable to happen, bro.
Were them titties good though? Please describe the titties. I hate it.
Milkers, straight up milkers.
Big milkers.
I will give that bitch credit for one thing. You know what, man? I can't even talk shit on my ex bitch because she was like really like toxic and abusive. But like I'm kind of into that now. So
Please
like,
seek help.
yeah. There's another thing, dude. I was with a girl a really long time ago, and she was super kinky, like daddy kink, like collar and leash kink, like master
Ah,
kink, like
yes, I need that.
full on, yeah. And at the time, I was not into that. Now I tried to look her up the other day. I was on social media, like trying to find her to like reach out and be like. Hey, I'm into that shit now. Want to pick
You
up
wanna
where we
hang
left
out?
off? Like, oh,
And if you're gonna ask me, no, I have never yet. This may change, maybe. Now I don't fucking know.
ah,
I don't know. I've always feared, like I never had anyone I could trust with that I could send those things.
yeah,
Especially
right.
never on like public spaces or like Twitter or Discord or fucking something.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's scary, bro. Because like, I've definitely had a lot of friends that like I'll be talking to them about a girl, and they'll be like, "Oh, do you have nudes?" Like they want to know if I have nudes, and like they wanna see them, and it's like, yo, if this girl like decided to like send me naked pictures of herself, like that's just my ethics. Like I'm not gonna like share that, like not like with the
yeah,
boys,
obviously.
right?
Like if you're sharing news with someone, like one thing they're like probably horny.
Yeah,
That's for you, especially if if they're sending you that.
yeah,
That's one thing. And secondly, um, you know, that is a sign of trust. Kinda.
yeah, exactly, bro. And like I know that
Depends
energy
on.
is really
Mhm.
prevalent in like younger dudes. That's like kid shit, bro. Like, oh, did you get nudes from her? But like grown ass men be like, oh, like show me the naked pictures of this girl. And it's like, first of all, she hasn't sent me any, and second of all, like,
Like it's like weird. Getting news for someone is like amazing, but like when you think about it, it's like another pair of titties you could probably just Google search.
yeah, man. I mean,
I
like,
don't know if it's someone you love, then it's like obviously like so much better,
yeah.
or someone you're into. Like, bro, if you wanna see titties, please go on Google and search titties. There's billions of them.
Well, exactly, right?
But yeah, I don't think I could never, not at the moment. I don't trust anyone. I got sent news by others. Back when I was like, have had like excuse me, had contact with them or like been in a relationship. Then I asked them, hey, can I save this for to enjoy myself with it later? Then if they're like, yeah, then I do save it. But if I'm no longer in contact with them, I delete them, like
Yeah,
for their respect.
dude. Yeah, for sure, right?
Like I don't even know how those one like I don't know, never seen, never thought of like what's so good about leaking those kinds of things. Like what are you going to do like with them? Like send it and like what are you going to get from it? You're just being an asshole.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's a form of being vulnerable, and it sucks when you let yourself be vulnerable and then someone steps on
To
you
the
like
wrong
that.
person. Yeah. Wow, this turned kind of
Yeah, we getting a little
you know the
deep on
word.
Greasy Heaven tonight.
Holy shit, and it's about nudes.
This morning,
What's
it,
wrong
it
with
comes
that?
out in the morning. I'm silly. Oh shit.
But well, given that we're talking about dating and such, what is your advice? Like number one advice you would give to someone trying to date?
Oh, actually, I have a really good one for this. The philosophy I developed for myself in building all types of relationships. Trying to go out and crush some puss, and even just making friends with the
Yeah.
people that I interact with in my daily life. I am just
Mm.
always 100% myself. I mean, like especially in terms of like content creation and like speaking on the internet, there's certain things I'm not going to share. Like I'm not going to drop my home address on this week's Greasy Heaven, right? But for the most part, I am an open book, and like my philosophy there is like I'm just gonna fucking be myself. I'm gonna be unhinged, nerdy, fucking
You don't put up
wild ass
a
Dan.
mask, basically.
No, not in the slightest. And my philosophy there is people are gonna see that and they're gonna be like, "Yo, this guy's crazy. I fuck with this guy," or they're gonna be like, "Oh, this guy's crazy. Like, I don't fuck with this guy." And for me, like that's just the quickest way to find out. Like when people do fuck with me, I'm like, "Oh, okay. You've seen all this unhinged behavior, and like that doesn't bother you. Like you're still down to vibe." That's literally how I filter people
Or
out.
into that.
Yeah, right. But no, that's literally how I fucking filter people out. Like I'm just
I guess that is. I guess that is like good advice. Like you're not going to fake being another person and then just like slowly unmask yourself. You're
yeah.
just being yourself, and people notice that, and they're like, "Oh, I like this guy. He seems stupid."
Yeah, there's definitely another piece of advice I have though is like don't don't like overshare too fast cuz I've seen
Oh
it a
yeah,
million times. I've
no, yeah,
experienced it a
I
million
can.
times. A girl will like start trauma dumping, and I'm too nice and I'll sit there and listen, and then she's like, "Oh my god, this guy's so great. He listens." And me, I'm like, "I just listened to you trauma dump for 45 minutes. I'm getting the fuck out of here at the first opportunity." And I used to do that too. I used to introduce myself back back when I was a little more wild. I would be like, "Oh, I'm a fucking," like I would introduce myself as like, "Oh, I'm a mentally ill alcoholic." Like that's that's
Yeah,
not how you should introduce yourself, but I mean like don't hide that either. I mean, so don't overshare immediately, but again, like be yourself. I mean, like once you start to get to know someone, if you want
yeah,
to like open up about those things and maybe be a little vulnerable. And unfortunately, you kind of have to be open to being vulnerable with the chance that like you will get stepped on. You'll extend that olive branch, and the other person will be like, "Oh, what the fuck? You're weird." And
yeah.
you just kind of got to take that chance. But again, for me,
Yeah, there's like no playing safe. You kind of have to get out of your comfort zone,
yeah,
like every time.
I put it all on the table, and if people fucking go and walk away, I'm like, okay, now I know that me and you are not gonna vibe. Now I know this for a
Yeah,
fact. Like
yeah,
that's off my mind. It's like next.
yeah. That's fair. I kind of used to overshare my shit as well. I, in hindsight, I really shouldn't have done that, but a lot of the times I didn't have like anyone else to, you know, speak with. Like my social life, like my social life, besides like my, close family, like my immediate family, dad, mom, and brother. I don't have anyone IRL. All of my social life is online. If I cut off my social media, I literally don't have anyone else to speak with. So yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
Same here, man. I mean, like I have some IRL friends, but it's not very often that we speak. I don't have anyone that I like
Talk
speak
day to
to on a
day.
daily basis. Yeah, exactly, daily
Yeah,
basis speaking. Um,
yeah.
and it's hard, man. It is. Sometimes it's especially like working late and stuff. I find myself sitting around here at like 2, 3 in the morning, and I'm like, maybe a little down bad in my feelings, and that's when you're feeling like
Kind of
that.
feeling
That's
awful.
that's when that's when you call those people close to you and be like, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
But my problem is I always find myself in this situation when in the middle of the night when all my peeps are
Sleeping.
unavailable in bed. Yeah, right, type shit.
Yeah. If they're like trauma dumping all the time, like a lot of the times,
Yeah,
it's okay if it's like you're both kind of trauma dumping and like being each other's therapists, If there's like
exactly.
if it's like a mutual type of thing, so you can both like help yourselves, or if not, then at least get your frustrations out together in one way or
Exactly.
another.
So now when
And
someone trauma dumps on me in any capacity, I take that as an open invitation. And I mean, often the way the conversation rolls is, someone will speak on one of their struggles. And then, if you have a similar struggle or can relate in some way, then you communicate that
yeah,
accordingly.
yeah, and it forms bonds,
Yeah.
especially
You just got to be
if you like both
careful.
went through
Uh,
bullshit.
I've experienced it where I've voiced my struggles to someone, and then this is very on the extreme end. So they brought up their struggles, but in the context of like, oh, that's nothing. When I was a
Oh
kid,
no,
yeah,
that is the
exactly,
worst.
is
Like
fucking the
that
worst.
invalidates you so fucking badly.
Yeah,
It,
seriously, bro.
it like makes you feel like, why am I even bothering like to open up to those things, since they're like in their perspective, oh, that's nothing.
Yeah.
Like that is still valid. You're still feeling awful just because you aren't born in war-torn Syria or fucking, I don't know, some other fucking place where it's like awful. That is still, a concern. You're still feeling awful. Why wouldn't you
Exactly.
speak about it?
Exactly, dude. And like let it be known, PSA to everybody, like your problems fucking matter. Like don't ever let anybody tell you like that's nothing, like get over it. Like everyone has struggles, man, and your struggle is valid. Even if someone's struggle is objectively worse than yours, that doesn't invalidate your struggle.
And as much as minuscule it seems, it still is valid. Like fuck me, it's probably like stupid, but I often think or like complain about school and stuff because it's like pretty awful to me
Mm,
because I don't speak with any of my classmates. I actually don't really like them. I really wish I wasn't in this fucking class. I am like basically isolated from social life in school, so that's already a pain. Everyone's loud and obnoxious.
ugh,
I don't understand the teachers. My attention span is non-existent. It's like all those little things building up, and it's being a big pain on my ass. Worse, the worst is the anxiety, the anxiety that you'll be bad or like you'll fail a class,
mm,
and then you just do it, and you're like, why was I anxious for? That was nothing.
yeah.
And I cannot really like open up to anyone, especially someone that is in higher education or already working. I'm just afraid they'll say, "Oh, bro, you that's literally school. That is nothing. What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah, right. Which is weird to me. I'm very easily empathetic. Like I've got younger cousins in the family and stuff, and I feel like we've had that conversation before where they're like, "Oh yeah, school sucks," and I'm like, "Yeah, I fucking feel you, dude. Like just power through, like get through it, and like and then you're done, and you can go work a day job, which sucks, but not in the same ways.
It really depends on the mindset, I
Yeah.
think. It depends also like who like it's kind of hard to like switch schools, but you can switch jobs, you know.
Yeah. And I mean, like, there's
So,
people that thrive in an academic environment, right? Like, they
true.
love learning and they love filling out the assignments, and then they go on to
That
like study shit in university for 7 years. But not everybody's built like that. Like, a lot of us
yeah.
are in school and we're like, like, like by grade, dude. Actually, it was grade one for me. So started out kindergarten. I had this great teacher, Miss Morgan. She was a fucking angel. I met my best friend, my fucking brother Tyler, at the Play-Doh table in fucking
Hmm.
kindergarten. Banger fucking year. You got nap time halfway through the fucking shit, right? Like, kindergarten was big ballin'. And then, like, first day of grade one, like, they sit you down in a desk and they're like, back straight, eyes forward, here's your paper. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Oh, they finessed me. Oh, this is actually what school is. Oh, those motherfuckers. Like, I literally remember being like 5, 6 years old, sitting at that desk in the first grade, being like, oh shit, I'm in for years of this. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Like it's like okay, you definitely do spend less time in school compared to work, 9 to 5, whatever, like a normal 8 hour job.
But a lot of times
Um,
you're expected to do like homework and shit as well, right?
yeah, exactly. That's what I want to say. A lot of times you're required to do homework, which you either skip and get shit for, or you have to study, which you kind of have to if you want to pass.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of fortunate enough that the grading system here is like super fucking lenient. Like, um, hold on. So the grades in Poland are from 1 to 6. One is like F, it's like a total fail.
Right.
But starting from 2, it's a pass.
Okay.
And if I just get twos on like everything, I just pass, no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like the only thing that I'm kind of happy about it is like I'm, you know, in more of a lenient grading system, because a lot of the times I hear about like the grading needs to be like at least 50% or 60% to pass a class.
That's what it is here.
And
If you're below 50, that's an F.
yeah. Okay, so like I think like our teacher for maths like makes it so if you pass 50% of the test, that's a 2 grade, so a passing.
Okay.
So I guess in one way or another it's similar,
Yeah.
but whatever. Um, Point is, yeah, it's very lenient. I could just like skip a lot of like bullshit I don't really care about, like geography or like biology. I could just like pass off some other grades like homework or like presentations or like some other really uninteresting bullshit that did not really study for. Oh, fun
Yeah.
fact. Wait. So in biology, I had to do like a project, which I don't really remember what it was about. But since I am still a lazy ass cunt, you know what I did?
Hmm.
I went to ChatGPT and asked it to write the presentation for me.
Oh, Jesus.
You know what they say, work smarter, not harder.
Exactly, dude.
Like okay, I would have done the work regardless. It would just take me much longer, and I wouldn't understand the material anyway. So why not just skip all of that, you know?
Yeah.
Like I won't give a shit about what GMO is, even though I kind of should care about what GMO is, because I like study gastronomy, like food.
Shit.
Anyway, what we were talking about, because I kind of went on a ramble.
Yeah. Dude, when I was in school, I always did the bare fucking minimum, man.
Same.
Yeah, like, and it sucked because, I mean, like, I guess that's one thing that my father was on, that I could get down with. Like all he ever said to me was like, "Yo, like just pass your classes. Like
He a real one. He knows the struggle.
just pass and get on to the next grade, right?" But when I was living with my aunt and uncle, they really pressured me to like get better grades. I got the whole oh, you're so smart, you could do so much better. My mom was always like that too, but she was never like mean or like enforceful about it. She just kind of say like, "Oh, like
To encourage you.
yeah, if you really put your mind to it." She dropped that pretty quick though when she realized like that I fucking hated school and that I
Yeah.
was a special kid. She's like, "Oh yeah, this one's this one's not getting confined to a fucking classroom." But yeah, like I literally got in shit. Like I would fucking pass my classes. And I mean, up in high school, some of the more advanced courses, like it was actually kind of a struggle to like, get my shit together and like, be able to get all the right answers on this fucking math test and get like
Yeah.
I get like a 60% or something, and I'm like decent, but then like I'm getting fucking yelled at. "Oh, you only got a fucking 60."
Bro, be happy you passed.
Yeah, seriously.
I could just have failed.
Yeah. Oh, it was fucking crazy.
Yeah,
I
I also hate fucking school. Like the only thing that I could use that I am in like school for would be like English. Like if there was like a course to like I don't know be a localizer or like a proper translator, maybe that would somewhat interest me because English is my second language, and I basically learned English through try and error through the internet and video games.
right.
I never gave a shit about English class, not none whatsoever. Bro, some of my teachers they literally cannot speak English. So I didn't have this teacher. I think I had a class with him like once because he was a sub, and you know how he would say orange?
How?
The way it's like orange, right?
Yeah.
Orange, and this guy, he would just say it out phonetically in Polish, so it would be orange. Not even kidding. Not even fucking
Orange.
kidding. Not even kidding. That is like, you know, if a Pole read that out, then yeah, it is orange, but it's not. It's orange. What the fuck?
Oh my god, that's funny as fuck.
Like some of those teachers don't fucking know how to speak this language.
That's wild, son. Dude, fuck, like my aunt and uncle were so fucking stupid, man. Like, so my first year of high school, I did in my hometown. Skipped most of it. I actually only passed two classes my first year of high school. All my
Oh,
academics failed. Because I didn't fucking go. But I managed to pass PE, like barely, and I got like a 90 something in drama. If you if you can believe
drama
that.
queen for real.
So I already like when I went to the small town high school, like I already had that credit. Like I had already completed grade 10 PE, and in Canada, after grade 10, it's not mandatory anymore. It's voluntary subject.
Yeah.
Um, and I was like, nope, fuck that. I already did it. My aunt and uncle were like, no, you have to do it because you only got a 50 something and you have to get your fucking average up because you're going to be a fucking Harvard graduate, the delusional fucks.
Mm.
So I stood my ground. I was like, I'm not fucking doing PE. So what they did was they talked with the school, and I was able to take in place of PE an online course called Wellness 10,
Uh-huh.
which was probably almost worse. And you had to fill out this like weekly sheet or something. And yeah, this is where I got a little goofy. Dude, I was so sick of this shit, and I'm filling out this weekly sheet. Did you exercise this week? Yes. Did you drink lots of
Wait,
water this week? Did you eat your fucking greens?
wait, it is literally just signing up. They don't check anything.
Yeah, how the fuck would they, right? Like, And
Same. That kind of made me thought of the online PE classes
yeah,
during
dude.
the lockdowns.
Yeah, that
Where did
was
COVID go, man?
dude, that was my whole semester. That those online modules, wellness 10. So I'm filling out my fucking weekly sheet, and the next question was like, what did you do that was fun this weekend? And I was like, I think no, I was definitely still 16 at the time. And my dumb ass, absolutely no fucking glimpse into the future of how this could affect things. I filled in on my wellness 10 worksheet. Did you do anything fun this weekend? I wrote down that I had gotten drunk. And
Bro.
they like called my aunt and shit, and they're like pressing her, and like, oh my god. I didn't register. I genuinely didn't register it. It would the question was, did you do anything fun this weekend? Yeah, I got fucking wasted. Like, that was a normal thing to me.
Bro. And what's up with you? How you've been recently?
What's up with me, man? Um, I'm I'm chilling, I guess. Apocalyptic vibes. My vibe right now, is the Pixies. Where is my mind? Slowed plus reverb. One particular version because they're all a
Hmm.
little tweaked different. This one I'll throw it up on screen. Maybe not if I'm not feeling nice, but yeah, I don't know, man. Honestly, my struggle is with with my fucking job, man. Um, Definitely thinking of finding a new one. No, I'm more than thinking. Actually, I've already like sent out resumes and stuff. Because when I started this
Oh.
job 6 months ago, I was just happy to have a job because I'd been looking for a while, not really getting anything. And so I finally had fucking stable employment and could pay my bills. So like at first that was a plus, and at first I just kind of like vibed with the place and the people, but that's for the most part dropped off. It's very familiar now. I mean, like even if it's a crusty, dusty, musty fucking warehouse, when it's a new thing, you can almost be like, "Oh, this is cool. I had never worked a warehouse before." So the contrast of like, "Oh, pick up box and move it over here," compared to the shit I used to do, like seemed pretty baller. But now that I've been working there for 6 months, like, dog, I actually like fully snapped the other night, but
Oh.
not to the point where I was like acting out in any way. Like I wasn't.
Just pissed off, really.
Yeah, the worst part is when you snap and you are ready to like complete like break down like ugly cry, but you're in, say like a public space like at your job. I mean, like you can't.
Yeah.
I would advise to try not to break down bawling at your job. That's just if you can manage it. And so, but like when you're at that point and then you're keeping it all inside, like it's is bad, dog. It's toxic. And then
Yeah.
by the time I get home, it has already deeply receded inside. It's not like, oh, like okay, shift's over, I'm home, I can release my emotions now. I mean, like you kind of like have that picture in your head of like, once you're alone and not in that public space anymore, you're going to like bam, like punch the wall and let it all out, but then like you finally get alone and by that point you have just fully repressed it and now you're like,
Yeah. It's just a really like it's the only relief left that you're finally alone.
yeah, exactly.
Speaking of work, recently a cafe reached out to me because I sent out a CV 3 weeks ago. It's a 5 minute walk from my home, so
Nice.
so I won't have to waste the fuel for my car. Um, so they're looking for someone for the weekends. Now I can only really do weekends because I'm still in school.
Right.
Um, and basically, from what I remember, from what I've been told, it's a one-man job. For the most part, so I'll be working alone. So that's already a big plus because I fucking hate interacting with
Yeah.
people. It depends obviously. If it's like a person I vibe with and they're pretty cool, then yeah, I
Yeah.
don't mind. But if I don't vibe at all, then it's a pain.
Exactly.
Um, basically, the job is to make ice cream, and this guy, Łukasz, so like Lucas in English equivalent, um, said that shifts vary from like 4 to 7, depending on like what's the demand for ice cream and how fast I am with making it.
Or-
And it pays actually from the um page. Oh, fuck, I'm forgot the word here. But yeah, the pay is like pretty okay, and it all goes to my pocket because I don't pay like some taxes because I'm pretty sure at like age 26 in Poland you like don't get some of your pay for like taxes stuff,
right.
and also a different type of contract which doesn't give you like better benefits, but it does mean like insurance, right? Insurance. You don't get like insurance for it,
Right.
but you do get all of your money in the pocket. So I pocket basically everything.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, so that would be pretty awesome.
Yeah, man.
Awesome.
It's nice that it's
For now,
close too. Dude, I
yeah,
commute. I commute like an hour and a half to work. Um, half the
the
time they call
hell.
mandatory overtime. And what's funny is I was speaking to one of my coworkers who's been there for a long time, and he said that when he started, what they told him was and they didn't even explain it to me. Nobody at my job explained anything to me. I learned by like other employees like showing me shit, like watching them, just kind of learning as I go. Like I never
Yeah.
received any training or any information on anything. But anyway, I guess when my buddy got hired, they were telling him about mandatory, and like like sometimes like we need to keep you guys to get the shit done. So we'll call mandatory, and you'll be required to stay for like up to an hour. And then after an hour, I think you're legally within your rights to be like fuck this. But uh,
That
what
doesn't sound so
dude?
bad.
No, Kay. What they said to my buddy is very rare, like once or twice a year maybe. Dog, it's every fucking day. It is every fucking day. And the other thing is, sometimes they will call it right at the beginning of the shift, like, "Hey guys, like we're slammed with a bunch of shit, like right off the hop, mandatory."
Mm.
Okay, fine. Like, I know we working late tonight. Sometimes they won't call it till like way later in the night, like 9-10 p.m. So like you've kind of developed this hope, like you're like, okay, like I think things
Yeah,
are
I'm
going
gonna go
smoothly
soon.
here.
Yeah.
Like yeah, maybe I'll get to go home on time tonight, and then someone comes up and tells you, and you're like, fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Crazy.
probably for now it will be like for the weekends, assuming they'll say okay, and I'm like okay with the job, which will be on the weekends for like a month or two. And then I think, at least I don't think I've asked this, but I'm hoping that when vacations do come, for me, it's like 22nd or like 26th of June. I should, hopefully, I'll be working from like Monday to Friday because I want to get
Yeah,
that
dude.
sweet cash.
Yes, sir. That's what it's all about, man. It's all about the money.
Yeah. Yeah, like honestly, it's a good thing that I'm like pushing myself. It's like I know, bro, you're so young, you still can just chill and enjoy your early life. I'll be honest, I don't fucking enjoy it one bit when I'm like alone at home for 2 months straight. On
No.
like I went to like my first job, McDonald's. I literally just went there because I knew I'd be like depressed all day long
Yeah.
in my house. So I'll go work, I'll have something to do with myself. That's one thing. I'll get some pay, albeit, minimal wage, but it's still better than zero.
Yeah.
And I think the best part is it very much forced me out of my social anxiety. It like helped me immensely.
For sure. Like that's exactly what my job did for me when I started too. Like before that, I was a social recluse. And like keep in mind, I like when I was an alcoholic, like I was always out at like parties and occasionally would go to bars too, like out drinking and socializing. So I stopped drinking and I had to withdraw from that like crowd of alcoholics I was running with because like, no, I don't want to come to your party where everybody's getting shit faced when I'm trying to get sober. Like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, and then some dipshit's gonna come up and be like, "Well, have a drink, man." And what if I'm like, "Fuck it," and then like, boom, I'm off the wagon. Like, fuck that. So I really like reclused for a long time. And then me and my girlfriend at the time broke up. So like, that that dynamic had me going from like having somebody to talk to every day to like not. And thank God around that time actually that I started my job because well A, I needed the money, and B, like I started socializing with people. And yes, I,
Yeah,
I had had my girlfriend that I was living with at the time. Like I talked to her every day. Um but again, that's it's still kind of a different dynamic because it's the same person, like it's your girlfriend. But
like you obviously like feel confident and safe around
yeah.
that person.
But like when I started the job, like I was talking to new people, right? And like it kind of helped me
It
get
started to
my
click.
yeah.
Same, same. It's like talking with like people you already know. It's like super safe. Nothing's gonna go wrong like pretty much ever. But talking to new people, okay, I'll still be honest. Making phone calls and such, it's still a pain for me to do. Even if I know it's like a 30-second phone call, it's still I need to like mentally prepare. But significantly better than it was years ago.
Yeah, I don't phone call. I fucking text message. I mean, like I'll call and talk to my mom, my buddy. I mean, like Discord calls with the homies. Like that's a totally different fucking dynamic though.
Yeah,
It's the
obviously.
shitter gamer group chat. But like, yeah, like if I can't like, if I call in to work, like I've never called my supervisor. I only just sent him a text, and everyone, like all of my coworkers, are like, "Oh, like you can't do that. You're supposed to call." Like apparently that's a rule, but it's like, yo, I've been just texting him, and no one said anything to me. So
Yeah.
especially like if I do it and I'm not supposed to, but you don't correct it, like I'm gonna keep doing it. Like even if other people tell me like, oh, you're not supposed to do that, right? It's like yo, like someone from fucking management tell me that. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep eating my fucking bag of chips until someone fucking tells me not to, like
Mm. I've been wondering what sort of fucking what will I work after like I graduate school? Cause at the moment I don't really have any plans for higher education. Like I obviously despite education, so I'm hoping I don't have to go learning more stuff. Um,
yeah.
but yeah, like part of me is like, hey, you should do that because you probably can land, something better. The other part of me is like, I'm fucking tired of this bullshit. No.
The important thing I think is to do something that you love. So again, there's people that thrive in academics, and the obvious choice for them is to, you know,
Be like a teacher or something.
well, to pursue post secondary education, which you do have to do to become a teacher.
Mm.
And then whatever their ambitions are, whatever kind of education they're going to receive. And well, furthermore, these people that thrive academically, it's because they have a love for those particular academic subjects, so they thrive.
Yeah, true.
And me,
A
I've
lot of people
I
just aren't built for that. A lot of them are just,
no, yeah,
physical workers.
Dude, I've figured out what I love to do. I used to hate the question. Someone actually asked me this
Where
the other day, like
no?
where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Yeah, I was about to say that.
And I'm like, that's a goofy fucking question. But I actually have an answer for the question now.
And that is
I Where do I see myself in 5 years? Full time streaming, dude. Like no need to go to a job. Like I wake up in the morning, do my thing, and then like I go to the office, my office, to do live stream or work on
your own
YouTube videos
boss,
or something. Yeah, literally. Like, cause
your own big boss.
here's the thing. I mean, like, there's definitely like, oh, you gotta get lucky. You gotta blow up. Which is kind of true. There can be a lot of luck involved in actually
True.
making a business out of entertainment. But here's the thing, dog. Think about it. Top streamers are making fucking millions. I
True.
need 40K a year. I need 40K a year.
There's a stain.
That's it, dude. If for the rest of my days I make like minimum wage day job salary but doing Twitch, that's fine.
Yeah, but that isn't obviously like safe. I don't think any like online thing that you're making money out of, especially like streaming or like YouTube, that never is safe because I don't know, a website might just ban you for no reason, or you'll say something out of context or like years ago when you didn't really think about it, and then all just blows up and it's all over. You know, you can never be sure if that sort of job is safe, I think. Like, sure, it's like super fun to think about. Oh, I'm just gonna be a shitter playing video games, talking shit about stuff on the internet, and people like it. It's fun to fantasize about, but the risks are still there.
Absolutely.
And if that does work out, well, if it doesn't work out, then going back to the job, and it's like, um, why didn't you have a job for a year? And they're like asking, I don't know, I was streaming. Like, I don't know. I don't think that's particularly good answer. You know?
It's more than that though. Like I'm not just trying to be a shitter on the internet playing video games. Like I'm I'm legit trying to like I guess I'm trying to build an entertainment business.
I mean, that's one way to think about it. Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know, man. Like
There are like a
you're
lot of
right. There's not a
risks.
no. There's not a lot of security in that, but I'm willing to take that. I guess I can't
I
do it. I
think
can't do it. I can't do the 9 to 5 anymore. On it, like to be real with you, like
I
I
think it's very much acceptable, and I think healthier to think about this as like a secondary job, because at your main job, it's stable. It may be awful, but stable.
you know what? I don't. I'm just dead ass gonna say it. If I'm still at that crusty, dusty, musty warehouse in 5 years, I'm putting a fucking gun in my mouth, and
Please don't.
that's on the real, bro.
Please don't.
5 years is a long period of time to realistically achieve something. And again, I'm saying the crusty, dusty, musty warehouse. Okay, maybe Twitch like isn't it, and like I'm not gonna pull the money that I need to like sustain my life off of doing Twitch. I would still do Twitch. I love doing Twitch. Even
Just do
dude,
OnlyFans.
even yeah, exactly. Dude, even just a fucking different job, man. I guess I don't want to be in the same place in 5 years. Is more. Where do you see yourself
Hmm.
in 5 years? Somewhere else, leaps and bounds ahead. And my particular target is I want to do Twitch and like other forms of entertainment. Be doing shit on YouTube. We're doing the podcast here. Like
Yeah.
that's all my life. I've been my mom described it as I was always a showman. Like when I was a little kid, I would be silly and like try and entertain
Be center of
everyone.
attention.
Yeah, right. And
The class clown.
and yeah, like it just that's when I got serious about doing Twitch. That was a big motivator for me. Like I've always wanted this, you know.
Yeah, I think everyone would agree that, that sort of thing where you can just play games or talk about your favorite fucking thing and make money off it is something everyone would like. I don't think no one on this earth actually wants to work a physical job.
But nah, I'm definitely trying to put way more into it than just that.
That's fair.
And I mean that's another thing that will come with time, a little more substance to my content. I mean like shit, dude. Like
Haha, substance. He said substance in Metal Gear. Holy shit.
but dude, when I stream like oh okay, not 100% of the time. Obviously there are times, especially if I'm live for like a great many hours. Like if we're doing a 12-hour session, at least a
Mm.
few of those hours I am going to be like sitting there brain dead, just like
Yeah, that still
saying
happens to
whatever.
me on my own streams. That
Yeah.
still
But
happens on my own streams.
other than that, I am making a conscious effort to like I mean, when I say, "Hey man, I'm doing a show here," like I am, dude. Like I mean, one of my buddies said this once actually. One of my streamer homies, he was like, I can't stand like when people are like on stream and they say absolutely nothing for an extended period of time. And I remember those that was in my early days of streaming, and I was like, fuck, I do that a lot. And I still do. But if something comes up in chat, then that gets the ball rolling. That's like my cue. Like I talk with chat slows down. I just play the game, comment if necessary, and then boom, chat pops back up, and then that usually
Yeah.
gets the ball rolling again for me to, actually be an entertainer, not just literally sitting here droning at the fucking video game, dude.
Yeah, same. I still have that issue because sometimes my own chat is like dead all the times. Or like I finish a stream and then I notice one viewer, so no one. I also need to figure out how the fuck do I just like speak up or do something more so it attracts people. And
Just
some
do it
of it
more.
is just luck, some of it is just luck, or in case I don't know, maybe it's also a case with streaming and also VTubing that just females have the superior advantage because
Mm.
woman, titties,
Oh,
voice.
for sure, man. Fuck.
Like there's one person that I watch and he is actually sort of successful for a male YouTuber. And yeah, I'm jealous, but at the same time proud.
Yeah. I take I'll take both. I mean, like obviously when streams popping, when I have, like 7, 8 or more viewers and chats popping off, like that's hype. That's fucking serotonin, right?
That's a big dopamine hit.
But on the flip side, like especially during the longer sessions when I have more time to stream and I'm doing these way longer sessions, like if stream dies down for a bit, that's fine. Like cuz now I'm just chilling, and like if
Yeah.
if the demand comes, people are popping in the stream and saying what's up, then I'll get popping. But like one viewer, no one's chatting. Like I'm just chilling out here playing Minecraft, getting stoned. That definitely during the downtime is when I do the zombie streamer thing.
That's
Literally
fair.
just fucking sitting there. I'm sure people pop in sometimes and are just like, "What the fuck?" But hey, dude, hell, if you're popping into a Twitch chat, like say something, say what's up, and then you'll really know if the streamer doesn't even respond to your chat. You're like, "Yo, what the fuck?"
So, thank you for having me here, Dan.
Of course. And thank you, everyone, for joining us again this week. And we will see you guys next week
Later.
with some more real playa shit. I'm kidding. It's going to be complete nerd degeneracy next week.
Either
Total
nerd
shift change.
degeneracy or just random ramblings.
Episode 7 gonna have people in their feelings, but episode 8 is gonna be degenerate. This is the
Okay.
decree. The council has decided. Okay, bye.